Esper. Ooh. I like the 2 bombs, and I can slow my opponent down for a turn, so let's see what happens. Hopefully we draw into some outlets. Play an island and end my turn. Opponent plays a tap land that lets him surveil. I'm going to play a swamp. Opponent plays a swamp as well. And plays an Ornithopter of Paradise, which we're going to let resolve. And end my turn. Sweet, June to the Quicksilver. Play a swamp, end my turn. Opponent plays his commander, and I'm going to Strict Serenade to slow him down for a bit, giving him a 2/2 bird. Everyone feel free to comment and subscribe, by the way. I'd love the feedback on the channel. It helps it grow, and I'd love to hear your guys' input. Even if you think my playstyle is whack and you want to roast me, that's also absolutely welcome. Cool. We're going to play Rogue's Passage as our land, and then play the Quicksilver Amulet. Next turn, we can put one of those bombs down. They both draw us a lot of cards, so... Opponent plays a tap land, lets him surveil one. Next turn, he can bring his commander back out, because he'll have 6 mana. Okay. That is a problem. Urza's Battlethropter, that's gonna give his colorless spells flash. Cool, I'm gonna play Island for a turn. And let's put down... Yeah, let's put our boy Jin Gitaxis Core Augur down. I was gonna bluff holding interaction, doesn't matter. Let's just, there we go. Go to my end step, I draw 7. Then I have to discard 3. I drew into Ulamog, the Defiler, a Tutor, Thriving Isle, Silent Hull Creeper, Ornithopter. But I'm going to discard the Talisman and the Ornithopter and the Thriving Isle. There we go. So yeah, if my opponent does not have a removal, he's probably going to have to empty his hand as much as he can. There we go. Okay. Opponent discards 3 cards. There we go. And play a forest for my turn. As land for my turn. Yep. Let's see. I don't know if that's worth reanimating or anything. I think we just put down the Ancient Silver Dragon. I think that's a good play. And I can afford to do that and play the Silent Hull Creeper. There we go. And yeah, let's hold back, let's not attack. I'm going to end my turn and draw 7. I have to discard 5. Enduring Tenacity, Talisman of Resilience, Forest, and Mindstone. And an island, I guess. Okay, opponent drew into a land, plays his commander. I don't think he has lethal. Okay. Thinking what the optimal play here would be. I want to get that key to the vault down onto a silver dragon, but he has a lot of flyers that can block it, so I could make him unblockable, but I don't have enough to equip it, but I can bring it down. I think that's still okay. It's still a pretty good play. And let's attack with both. Let's make him a copy of, nah, let's just draw a card, actually. Okay, removal. Yeah, 17 cards, no max hand size, let's go! Okay, yeah. Just from what I drew alone, I think I have it. Unless my opponent presents lethal next turn with his flyers, it is so GG. Let's see what we got. I'm at 23. Okay, how much damage is that? Ooh. I'm not even doing the math. I'm just... Yeah, I'm alive. Cool. I'm alive. Hey, guess what, buddy? That's what's gonna happen, right? Skadoosh. And, yeah, I'm just gonna bounce everything to our hand with Flood of Tears. And if I return 4 more of my stuff, I can put something permanent down for free. And guess what I'm gonna put down? You have no hand to respond to this. Good sire. Or ma'am. I have no idea who I'm up against, but I apologize. There we go. Omniscience is down. And just as an insurance, I'm going to give myself an extra turn with Emerald Cool to Aeon's Torn. And then we'll let the fun stuff begin. My opponent scoops it up yet. Makes sense. Moving on. Alright, you crotch goblins, we are going up against Elenda. Orzhov. Damn! Okay. Command tower, and my turn. Oh yeah, I should mention I recently included Force of Negation. I'm not sure what I switched out, but yeah, Force of Negation is in here just for now. Okay, island, and I'll play my Arcane Signet. We're down with the Signets! Dun, 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 dun. Distinguished Conjurer is what my opponent casts on his second turn. Okay, drew into a Zombify. Not worth using that Dark Ritual for anything anytime soon, so I'm just gonna pass. Dazzling Angel. Okay, this is definitely a life gain deck, I'd say. Who would have thought? Still can't do much. There's like really no point of wasting the Dark Ritual on the Ice Still. Or, you know what? Thrix. The Sudden Storm. Let's make shit cheaper. And I've got me Flying Blocker. Alright, my opponent plays a land. Oh no, the Vampire Souvenir. Uh-oh. Every time he gains life, he puts a counter on it, and it's Flyer. Uh-oh. Or I drew into Foreboding Landscape. Or I will play that as my land. Whew. Ice Still Explorer it is. I think. Yeah, might as well. Yeah, and just keep blockers up, man. Keep blockers. Yeah. At least if I draw into lands, I can start accelerating my gameplay more. But, oh, the Cat Collector. Guess what? He's going to be gaining some more life. Which will put more counters on the Vampire. I don't know why I evoke the British accent when it's my opponent. I think it's because it's Orzhov. It's like very classy and posh, so I have to give it the... Oh, Mr. Belvedere! Okay, play a land. Play 2 lands this turn, and we could crack the Foreboding Landscape to get another land trigger. Or we could just Cold Great Worm. Should we? Yeah, let's do it. Hopefully I can make my creatures bigger faster than him with the Cold Great Worm whenever I deal damage. And then take him out faster, but that vampire. Ooh, Elenda is here. His commander is out. It's a 5/5 with hexproof from instance, I believe. Oh, that's a big vampire. Opponent's also at 37 life. Just gaining life, and every time they gain life, they're putting counters on their vampire. And it's flying, and it's swinging at me. Should I take 12 to the face? Okay, let's just get a landfall trigger here by cracking our foreboding landscape. Just get a blue. Comes in tapped, so it's not like I can do anything with it, but I'm just not what I wanted to discard or mill, but dang. I guess we can block and zombify Thrix instead of taking 12 to the face, because then that would be GG. Okay, play Foreboding Landscape from my grave. Overgrown Zealot hits my grave from that trigger. Sin or Zombify? Alright, let's Zombify our Thrix. I don't know if this was a great play, but we can get another landfall trigger with Foreboding Landscape here. Just get another blue, I guess. Okay. Starwinder is in my graveyard now, so that's nice. That would be a nice bomb to reanimate. Cool. Opponent plays a Johnny's Welcome. It's a 1-mana enchantment that whenever a creature enters, they gain a life. And they're going to gain 3 life by sacking their food, effectively putting a counter on the vampire. The vampire is now a 14, 15, 16 flying coming at me, and a 10/10 commander coming at me too. I'm at 24, so how do we not die? Okay, let's block the ice still. Nope, I can't. It has menace, so I need 2 to block Elenda. Okay, Thrix will block the vampire for sure. And I guess we take 10, and it puts us down to 14. Yeah, that's a menace. Insufficient amount of blockers. Yeah, let's just at least block the vampire, take 10. We're at 14 now. Oh, when a creature dies, you put a counter on him too. Wow, that's a busted ass vampire. Cool, Foreboding Landscape from my grave again. Let's, okay, we drew into Better Triumph, so we can, let's discard a card? Yeah, let's discard a card and get rid of that vampire, because that is a problem. And let's discard the Ancient Silver Dragon. And we should have enough mana to play our commander. Oh, please, what do I hit? What do I hit? Woo! Ancient Sylvie. Okay, let's attack with the Cooled Great Worm. Try to get some counters on it. Okay, opponent does not block. They're down to 47 from 54. And I currently only have 2 blockers now. Okay. Oof. My opponent's going to be gaining a lot of life now. There's a lot of ETB triggers of life gain from creatures entering, and that ability doubling, and opponent's back to 53 health. Wow, they're only attacking with their 10/10 commander. Yeah, I'm gonna have to chump block with both of my creatures, or yo, let's go down to 4. Alright, and if we can't close the game on this turn, then, you know, our opponent deserves the win. So we gotta do something. We gotta do something big. I like the Lightning Greaves in my hand there next to that Ulamog Ceaseless Hunger. If I get the cast trigger from that and give him haste, that would be nasty. So Let's see what we can draw with 3X's back from the attack trigger from Sin. And let's hope they don't block the Ancient Silver Dragon. Okay, blocking the Cold Great Worm instead. Okay, brought my opponent down to 44, and I'm going to draw... Oh, all my creatures get those counters. I draw 5 cards off Silver Dragon, that's okay, but I drew into Omniscience and Emerald Cool the Aeon's Torrent, and I can play Omniscience, so I will play Omniscience, then I'll play Emerald Cool the Aeon's Torrent. I have the Lightning Greaves, and, well, my opponent scoops. Okay, whatever, moving on, next. Okay, we're gonna take a crack at a Selesnya commander from the Final Fantasy set, Yuna. Let's see what happens. Opponent goes first. I don't know if I can keep this hand. I'm definitely gonna have to mulligan this one, but yeah, not a fan. That's better. There we go. We got the tutor, and we got land fixings, and we got Omniscience as our payoff, which is like the best payoff we ever want. And Willamog. Okay, cool. Now we just need to draw into some bullshit, and we can make things happen. Let's get our color fixing here. I guess we need a... Let's get a... Yeah, remember. Blue or black is always priority. Green comes last unless I specifically need it to play like a ramp piece or a dork. Okay, opponent plays 1/1 creature there. What does it do? Okay, he can give it, he can sacrifice this creature to give something a protection from color. Pretty useful. And he's swinging at me with a 1/1. Okay. Cool. Play Swamp as my 3rd land into Paradise Druid. I apologize if I don't narrate every single step of the game happening here. Sometimes I just have to go off on a different tangent. Sorry, guys. Okay, my opponent's just ramping, getting some lands in hand. I mean, they effectively have more mana than me now, so... If they are a deck full of BS, they can start executing it sooner than I can do my BS, I imagine. But we drew into a forest. We will play a forest as my land for turn. Into the Mind Stone. And then, yeah, let's, yeah. You can do it. Should we Narset Reversal that? Nah. Let's just draw a bit more. I just want a bit more of an outlet than just Ulamog with the Omniscience. Let's get rid of the Flare of Denial. But yeah, we can do it. Let's go get Show and Tell with Diabolic Intent. Sorry, Paradise Druid. And even if the Mind Stone gets removed, we have enough mana to cast the Show and Tell. Okay. Opponent seems to be holding priority. There we go. Back to his turn. Their turn. Apologies. Yuna, Hope of Spira is out, their commander. Okay. Opponent is at 31 life and I'm at 22. I will play the Deathcap Glade as my land for turn. That's what I just drew into. Might be time. Might be time. And if they do have removal for Ulamog, I do have Defend the Rider, and I have 2 green open that I can use for it, but I don't need it because I have Omniscience, right? There we go. Omniscience is down. Casting Ulamog, exiling half their library. Ulamog has 9 counters on him, so that's he's a 16/16 with Annihilator 9. Yep. I have Narcissus Reversal and Defend the Rider in hand that I can play for free, and even if Omniscience gets taken out somehow, which I can give that also protection, but if it somehow gets taken out, I still have mana to give Ulamog protection, so or reverse the spell back to them. So let's see what my opponent tries to do to not lose the game. So okay, so they're trying to make it unable to attack or block, and that counts as a target, so I am going to give it hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Okay, my opponent casts a creature that creates a 2/2 knight. Interesting. Would that get around the hexproof? Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's sack the Mind Stone to grab a card draw here. Good play. Good play. Now I can't attack or block with that Ulamog, so opponent found a loophole. Hey, how about the other Ulamog? I'm gonna exile that, and I'm gonna exile your commander. So how about that? How about that? Any responsive? No? No cool creatures, and you have no graveyard, so I'm just gonna say turn. Well, no, I'm gonna attack with Ulamog, the Defiler, actually. Sacrifice 9 permanents. Your choice. Or you could just scoop, that also works. GG. Me gustas la Eldrazi. Me gustas la Eldrazi. I mean, I like to reanimate and swamp, but nothing worth reanimating. But let's see. Maybe we draw into something. Because we do have that chart the course, so we can discard it. So this could be like that. I need blue though, so unfortunately I can't do it just yet. But Paradise Druid will help us get there, which our opponents cannot mess with because it has Heck Poof, as long as it's untapped. But we can do it now without even having to tap the Paradise Druid because we drew into an island. Chart the course for 2 mana. I draw 2, and I'm going to discard Rowan Quack. And for 1 black, I'm gonna reanimate Flowing Quack. I take that much damage though, but who cares? Now, my opponent only has 2 lands and an Arcane Signet. 3 lands, sorry. Which, when they use, it's gonna get locked. Unless they have removal, but even if they have removal, it gets locked for that turn, so they just play their commander. And now, yeah. He does have the Arcane Signet open. Nope, passes turn. Dope. We play a swamp. So now our lands tap for double. You know what that means? We just need more outlets, yo. So let's just Mind Stone and let's just sack it to draw. Yeah. This, okay. Silent Hall Creeper. Help us draw. Let's go. Let's do it. Why not? Can't do much else. Let's smack with Vorinclex. 7/6 coming at your face. Opponent declares no blockers and takes it. Opponent's lands are locked for this turn. Only their Arcane Signet and their tapped land for turn. Opponent passes, goes back to me, and I drew into Emrakul. I cannot cast it just yet. Almost. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna go into attack and Silent Hall Creeper and Vorinclex deal damage, putting my opponent down to 10. Let's draw a card from that. It is a Rise of the Dark Realms, and there's like nothing in the grave, even though I can play it. Kind of sad, but okay. Opponent plays Yuna. Vorinclex locks their lands. I could also be really mean and just counter this, because I'm not going to bother reading all this text, or maybe I should. Or I could just counter it, which I have the mana for because my lands tap for double. I feel bad for doing that, I won't lie. I feel like I'm being pretty mean right now, where there's not really much my opponent can do. I'm stopping them from playing, and I'm locking their lands, and it's like... I like people who don't scoop to this, though. Like, it's fun. They know how to play the game instead of being sore losers about it. Not saying that I've never scooped, but... yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna block that. Okay, still no big outlet, but we can steal your creatures with Emrakul. I guess that counts as a big outlet, but I wanted to draw cards and start doing the BS, you know, but this is efficient. Let's just do can't be Vorinclex, can't be Emrakul. Let's just put counters on it. Yeah, I don't see what my opponent can do. Okay, opponent just plays a Gold Vein pick. Doesn't scoop. Play my commander. Reanimates the Mind Stone. Full swing with everyone. Opponent doesn't scoop. Hell yeah. That brings him down to -24. And GG. Good game. Okay, I am not familiar with this commander. It is from the Final Fantasy set. Minwu White Mage. Let's see. Opponent goes first. This is a good hand. Yeah. I got it shouldn't be too hard to be able to play that Breach the Multiverse early with that Dark Ritual. Let's go. Hello. Play Blooming Marsh as my land for turn. Ocelot Pride comes in on my opponent. What's your key? On my turn, drew into Lightning Greaves. That's nice. But let's do the Overgrown Zealot for more ramp. And hopefully we draw into more land next turn, and I can play the Lightning Greaves. Ooh, Urza's Incubator. Unless you choose Eldrazi, which you probably won't. So I'm gonna... that's worth pitching, actually. There we go. I just want to make sure my opponent is slow. Sorry. Yeah, I'll just take it. Well, no. I can block it. And there's no tricks. There we go. Still get the life gain from it and making a token, but... okay, we did not draw into a land. We drew into a tutor. Or was it the Flare of Malice? Whoops. Okay, Mondrak is in. Oh boy. My opponent's gonna be making a lot of tokens. I guess I could have taken that, but I don't mind being chipped for 1 or 2 damage per turn. Yeah, no, I still can't do much. I can make 5 mana in total, but I need to make 7 to be able to play anything, so I'm just gonna hold back. Pretend like I have some kind of interaction. Well, I do. I do have the Flare of Denial, so... Ah. Well, can't play the Flare of Denial anymore. Another one, eh? Okay, they're tapping my lands now. Okay, I'm glad they just attacked with 1. Very, very noble. And they made 6 more 1/1 cats. That's a lot of key. Okay, we drew into a forest. Yeah, we still can't do it. We're gonna hold back. That Mondrak is definitely gonna be a problem. Ooh. Okay, he can't take the extra turn now at least, but that is scary. Should we counter this? Maybe not. Okay, still attacking only with a 1/1. I guess a lot of it is a style to only full swing when you know you can win. Oof. Okay, so Mondrak is now indestructible, I assume. Yep. But that doesn't matter because Flare of Malice is just going to force you to sack your highest CMC creature, and that happens to be your Mondrak. But that makes you another 2/2 cat, or 2/1/1 cat, sorry. Still can't do much. I'm just gonna... Oh, this is rough. Woof. I'll just put Key to the Vault down, I guess. It's the only thing that I can do. But let's not tap any... Well, whatever. Whatever. Okay. That would have been bad with the scepter there. Opponent still only attacks with 1 of them. Interesting. Okay, there's a lot of... Ooh. Oh. That could win us the game. Right here. Right now. I don't even need to worry about the Lightning Greaves to attack with the creature I bring down. I can just... Yeah. I'll play Dark Ritual, which will give me 6 mana. 3 of which have to be black, which happens from the Dark Ritual. I'll cast Massacre Worm. And when I cast Massacre Worm, or when it enters, sorry, my opponent's creatures all die because they get -2/-2, and he loses 2 life for each creature that dies, so that puts him down to exactly 0, and GG. Okay, Ureni of the Unwritten. This is an okay hand, but let's see if we can get better. That's even worse! Oh no! Oh. Yeah, we shouldn't mulligan anymore. Think fortunately Rise of the Dark Realms is gonna have to go. And our opponent gets to go first too, so that definitely puts us at a disadvantage. Okay. Hopefully it's not too much of a control dragon deck, because then we're definitely screwed. Play a swamp, second land, ramp into a Talisman of Curiosity, and end my turn. Opponent's third turn, plays a mountain, he has all three of his colors. Plays the Dragonstorm Globe, ends their turn. Yeah, okay. At least we can play defensive for a bit. Let's just ramp a bit more. Talisman of Resilience. And you know what? Let's return the Dragonstorm Globe to hand. Slow them down a bit. Okay, opponent now has 4 lands on the field. Ooh, Eshki, Timur's Roar. That's a problem. Okay, let's play the Phyrexian Arena for more card advantage. That was a great top deck. We need more cards in hand. We only have 2 cards in hand, and my opponent has their hands they're full, more or less. Okay, opponent plays Cultivate. They can bring in Ureni next turn now. I think that's also gonna trigger Eshki there. Not the Cultivate, but Ureni, I believe. Okay. Take 2. Go to my turn. Draw one of my upkeep. Lose a life. There we go. Quicksilver Amulet and Hullbreaker Horror. Yeah, let's play the Quicksilver. That gives me 4 non-land, non-token permanents that I can use with the Flood of Tears, which would then just reset the game. Okay, Dragonstorm Globe is back. Reset the game, and I'll just put down the Hullbreaker Horror. Terror of the Peaks, yeah, that is definitely a problem. I'm glad this is coming down now, because they can't do much after that. Okay, draw a card, lose a life, draw 1 for my turn. Yeah, the Terror of the Peaks is stopping me from trying to accelerate here. I'm gonna play more defensive and do the Flood of Tears. Unfortunately. Let's do it. And let's put down the Hullbreaker. And now we can cast cheap spells that will control my opponent's board again. There we go. Ureni's in. Now they go, gets another look at the top 8 cards of their library. They put a dragon on, like Lathless. That's also very, very bad. They get to make a 5/5 token whenever another dragon enters. Alright, let's play a Talisman for 2. Hullbreaker trigger. Let's return Ureni to their hand. Okay. And then let's play the... Talisman of Resilience. Just for more mana. Hullbreaker trigger. Let's return Lathless to hand. Opponent has no blockers. Let's put the Key to the Vault in. Yeah, there's nothing more to return. And let's swing. Dealing 7 damage. Pass turn. Okay. Opponent plays a ramp spell and they play the Ureni. Ureni's back. Ureni trigger. He's gonna get another dragon. Okay. I definitely have to return that back to their hand. And I'm down to 11. My opponent's at 18. I'm going to play a Forest as my land for turn. Let's see. Let's equip Key to the Vault on Hullbreaker. Let's play the Paradise Druid. Hullbreaker trigger. I'm going to return Ureni, so now he cannot block. Then let's play Phyrexian Arena. Hullbreaker trigger. Returning that dragon to their hand as well. Now I'm going to attack for 7. And let's see what I can cast for free. Let's cast Ulamog the Defiler for free. We're going to exile it. There's no point. I would have loved to, but it's, yeah, that's an outlet for Omniscience that matters. So here we go. I guess I could have returned their dragon thingy artifact there. Yeah, I guess I could do it like this. That's one way to do it. Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe, nah. Okay, fine. Sorry, I'm being indecisive here. I don't see their board getting too bad, unless they remove mine. And yeah, that's 9 counters on Ulamog the Defiler there, and half their library exiled. Cool, the Inferno Dragon is back. It has haste. If you can pump it up or give it double strike, that's GG, because I cannot block any flyers. Okay, Dragonstorm Globe is back, and I assume they will attack with that. Yep. Okay. Whew. So I gotta read the cards. Because if that ability was a little bit more busted, that would have been GG. Whew. But I think I have it now. Yeah. My opponent has to discard the hand size. And he's gonna take 16 to the face. He's at 11 and sacrificing 9 permanents as well. So let's even decrease the load by playing spells and returning stuff. There you go. And my opponent just scoops. He understands the inevitability. Right, next. Uh-oh. Sheoldred. Gulp. With a Nicol Bolas avatar too. Yeah, they mean business. Yeah, okay, I mean, we got our color fixings-ish. We got our no max hand size. We got 2 ways to cast free spells. Or put Omniscience down or something down for free. Yeah, okay. But this is gonna be a problem against, okay, Blooming Marsh as land for turn. I'm gonna be expected to probably discard a lot. Creatures are gonna get sacked. And my opponent will have a Rise of the Dark Realms effect as well on their commander if I don't deal with it, so it's gonna be a scary game. Alright, Overgrown Zealot. Got my ramp for turn. Opponent plays their second swamp. Vengeful Blood Witch. Yeah, they could also have an Aristocrat strategy to their playstyle, so let's see. Alright, let's play Key to the Vault. And I'll just hold. Okay, opponent plays Planeswalker. Ooh. Gulp. I'm not blocking that. Okay, let's play the Reliquary Tower. And to the Mines down. Good, I could make them sack their Planeswalker though, because that would be a problem. This could very well be a bad move because I could have saved this for their commander instead, but they still need a while to be able to pull off whatever. Okay. Yeah, this my opponent's gonna be trying to drain my life on the way there. Play an Arcane Signet. Play the Mind Stone. Now I only have 2 cards in hand. I am just gonna pass. This is not great for me. At this point, it's very much out of the cards, Yog. Out of the cards. Yeah. We could try drawing, but by sacking the Mind Stone, but sometimes all we need is the mana available to execute something big. Oh no, not that guy. No. We just dealt with that a few games ago. Oof. Oop, whoops. Should be safe to block that. And I guess, thinking about it, do I draw a card? Okay, okay. Nice, some nice defense. Not bad, nothing in my grave, not worth casting the commander, but I could get some heavy hitters on the board. I guess we'll just play defensive. Okay. At least my opponent is falling for my bluff. They think I have interaction for Sheoldred, so they're probably not playing her too fast. Yep, and now the vampire gains counters whenever they gain life. And they're full swinging. Besides the creature, there we go, Aetherize. Besides the creature they put down, so that definitely slows them down. Still nothing worth playing, I can only ramp a bit more. The Overgrown Zealot doesn't do any damage, so let's just play my commander. Hope it doesn't get removed, because then once we key to the Vaulted, we can probably get something nasty to happen. Okay. Whew. At least I didn't hit the show and tell. I think I've done the Rise of the Dark Realms effect way too often now that I don't care if my opponent stops me from doing it. Okay. Should we just show and tell the Emrakul? And we should still have mana available to key to the vault, or equip key to the vault to my commander, right? Yeah, I think I do. Oh, yeah, no, I do. Yeah, now let's do that. Oh, he does have a flyer though. Whoops. Oh, I shouldn't have attacked with that. Whoops, that was definitely... Okay, I got way too trigger happy there. I'm getting anxious, you guys. I'm sorry. Oof. Okay, wow. We're gonna get the key to the vault trigger. Please be something good. Yeah. Oh, I wish we had cards in hand, but yeah, let's just get that here. Nice. So now my opponent has 3 bombs they need to deal with. Emrakul, my commander, and Omniscience. But I have no cards in hand. Sheoldred is officially out. Now I'm forced to sack the creature. commander, unfortunately. Back to the command zone, you go. Okay. Can Emrakul bring this home for me? I don't know. Whoa, wait. Okay, no death dodge. Woo! Okay, I'm at 9. Opponent is at 33. Nope, I'm at 8. What can we do here? Let's just draw some cards. Sacrifice Mind Stone. Okay. Garruk's Uprising. When that enters, it triggers, so I draw a card. I draw into a land. Not good. The Annihilator 6 is not really going to help too much right now, I think. So let's discard this. Luckily, we have blood tokens to draw more cards. I guess that's something. Can get some defense on here, but no, I'd rather get rid of it, to be honest. It's not going to help me right now. Oh, what can we do? Okay, yeah, that's key to the vault. Emrakul here, and let's hope the top 15 cards we hit is something that can win us the game, or at least make our opponent scoop. They're probably going to sacrifice their lands because they know they can just full swing next turn and get me, but this is where we're gambling and banking on what we hit. Yeah, good game. I could Emrakul the world anew and steal their creatures, but I've done that, you know, way too often, so we should gamble a bit more. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's not really gonna win us the game, right? I mean, a little bit of lifelink, maybe. That's not gonna help me too much. Maybe, that's also not really gonna help me right now. Yeah, I think Vampire Nighthawk makes the most sense. Yeah. Okay, I get a trigger. Okay. So we do win because I got extremely lucky and I top deck Flood of Tears, which I can play for free. And what that does is it returns everything to everyone's hands. And then if I return 4 or more of my own stuff that aren't tokens, I can put something down for free. I will be putting down that Omniscience again, then the Garruk's Uprising. Then I can cast Emrakul to gain an extra turn, and I get to draw a card from the creature power 4 greater trigger. Yeah, here we go. I think we got it. Cast Emrakul, take an extra turn, and opponent just scoops. Woo! GG!